Scrum principles, empirical process control. Now let's talk about one of the most important principles of Scrum, empirical process control. In Scrum, decisions are made based on observation, experience, and experimentation, not on fixed plans. This approach is called empirical process control. The word empirical means based on evidence, what we can see, measure, and learn from. Scrum believes that in complex environments, it is better to adapt based on real-time feedback rather than stick to a rigid plan. There are three key elements here. Input, what we start with, like requirements or user stories. Process, a structured set of activities, like sprint planning, daily stand-ups, development, etc. Output, what we deliver, potentially shippable product increments. The goal is to continuously inspect and adapt the process so the output improves over time. Empirical process control in Scrum is built on three core pillars: transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Transparency means that all aspects of the process are visible to everyone involved. Team members and stakeholders can see the same data, progress, and issues. Inspection involves regularly checking progress, processes, and outcomes. This is done in events like daily stand-ups and sprint reviews. Adaptation is about making changes based on what we observe during inspections. If something is not working, the team adjusts the process to stay on track. These three elements help Scrum teams stay flexible, identify issues early, and continuously improve the product. Let's talk about the first pillar of empirical process control: transparency. Transparency in Scrum means that all aspects of the process can be seen and understood by everyone involved: team members, stakeholders, and management. This visibility helps ensure everyone is on the same page and reduces misunderstandings. It promotes a smooth and open flow of information across the organization, building a culture of trust and accountability. The second pillar of empirical process control is inspection. Inspection in Scrum means that all aspects of the process, whether it's the product, the tasks, or the overall workflow, can be examined regularly by anyone involved in the project. This helps in identifying any deviations, issues, or areas that need improvement at an early stage. It ensures that the team is on track and helps in maintaining the quality of both the process and the product. Now let's look at the third key pillar of empirical process control: adaptation. Adaptation refers to the process of making necessary adjustments based on what we've learned through continuous transparency and inspection. Once we observe something isn't working as expected or recognize an area for improvement, the team adapts quickly to respond to the situation. In Scrum, this could mean changing the way a process is being executed, adjusting priorities in the product backlog, modifying a sprint plan, or applying new tools and techniques that better support team performance. Adaptation is what drives continuous improvement. Without adapting based on lessons learned, a team might repeat the same mistakes or miss opportunities to deliver better value. Regular events like daily stand-ups, sprint reviews, and retrospectives are designed to promote adaptation. Adaptation ensures that the project doesn't just stay on track, it evolves and improves at every stage. This image humorously captures one of the biggest challenges in traditional project management: miscommunication and misalignment. Let's walk through each panel. 1. How the customer explained it. Customers often explain requirements in a vague or non-technical way, leading to gaps in understanding. 2. How the project leaders understood it. Project managers may interpret this explanation differently based on their own assumptions. 3. How the engineers designed it. Engineers, in turn, design the product according to their technical understanding. not necessarily what the customer meant. 4. How construction built it. The actual implementation might differ again as developers or builders bring in their perspective. 5. How the business consultant described it. Consultants might oversell or misrepresent the functionality for business gain. Moving to the second row. 6. How the project was documented. Documentation might be incomplete, confusing, or not aligned with what was actually delivered. 7. What was operational? The operational output often differs from what was designed or promised. 8. How the customer was billed. Sometimes customers are billed for features they didn't ask for, or that don't meet their actual needs. 9. How it was supported. Post-delivery support may be poor, not user-friendly, or lacking in real help. 10. What the customer really needed. Ultimately, what the customer truly wanted is lost somewhere in the process. This highlights why traditional project management often fails, due to handoffs, lack of transparency, and poor collaboration between roles. Now, before we move ahead, here's a quick reflective question for you. Have you used empirical process control in your previous projects? Think about any project where you observed the situation or data, transparency, regularly reviewed or inspected outcomes, inspection, made changes based on what you learned, adaptation. Even if you didn't call it empirical process control, you might have used this approach. If you have any related experiences or questions, please share them in the question window. This will help us connect real-life experiences to Scrum principles.